Hi,
Hello. Wow, here
happy
we are.
happy Wednesday morning. Ugh,
Dude, as we are starting now, I realize I might be on a weaker Wi-Fi, but we're just gonna roll with it and see what happens.
it's gonna add to the chaos of your playoff bracket board, and
That's
that's
right. Dude, I noticed by looking at you right now, your nice salt and pepper action going on.
oh yeah, lots of it. See this side for the viewers, the listeners that are watching or
They're gonna
stream it.
watch this. Yeah, they're totally gonna watch and not just listen.
I've got my Rogue
Oh,
silver
that's
stream.
right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
it's good. That's how much my fucking boss stressed me out.
yeah, let's dive right into that. We've been hearing the saga in the WhatsApp a little bit, but
Mm.
give us the latest.
Oh man, super fun. Yeah, life has just been hard, granting me permission to go on vacation and then telling me I'm a bad teammate and we have to cancel a bunch of reports for clients because I took said vacation. That's the kind of like whiplash that I've been dealing with. Anyways, I met with one of Ashley's friends who was a bookkeeper, and we had like this fun like rah-rah meeting, like we need to find new jobs together, like we both said
Hmm.
this. And so I had been applying for both like CSM jobs and like bookkeeping, finance world jobs, with not too much success. And then this lady, she hits me up. She's like, "Hey, I got this job, but I actually also got another job at the same time. And so I'm not gonna take this one. Would you be interested? Should I like hit him up for you?" I was like, "That would be sick." She sent over super cool. She sent over the offer letter. Like I got to kind of
Wow.
see like what the range was, like, just really dope of her to do that. And so I was expecting it to be like way less money, because
Hmm.
like bookkeepers just get underpaid, because it's like an entry level job. And so then it was like right in the range that I was looking for. I was like, oh my God, this is so perfect. And I like applied the very next day. They hit me up. They're like, "Hey, can we get you in for an interview tomorrow?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh. Hey Ash, say hi to the boys."
Oh, you're recording?
Yeah.
Got her.
Just a couple of best friends hanging out.
Nice banana.
That's a good banana. Yeah. Um, yeah, so I like had to super funny. My boss never interacts with me. So I was like planning on taking a long lunch to go to this interview in person in Santa Barbara. Well, after I like commit to this, I get a text from my boss at work saying, "Hey, tomorrow I'm planning on coming to the office for like a meeting, in-person meeting with our clients. Let's plan on doing a bunch of like team bonding stuff and like maybe even a
No.
team lunch." And I'm just like,
Mhm.
no fucking way, dude. What are the odds? She's never done this once. I've been working in the office for like 3 months at this point. Like, what are the odds? Thankfully, as my boss does, she canceled like an hour and a half later. So,
Never
holy
mind.
shit. Yeah. But yeah, it was like super quick. I met with the HR manager and like the finance director, and we just hit it off from the get-go. Like, he's a big sports guy. He loved that I played ultimate frisbee, that I was a captain for the Aviators, and then I work for Santa Barbara Youth Ultimate as like my side hustle. So all these things like resonated with them. Um, and then they were like, "All right, we're gonna like, send you along to the CEO, but like if it were up to us, we'd
You're
hire you
in.
right
Hmm.
now." Yeah. Yeah. And like we're gonna give her the strongest recommendation we can. But she wants to meet with you just to make sure you're not crazy. And so then I met with her and she was like, looking at my resume, hmm, there's a lot of jobs on your
What's up with that?
resume within the last 4 years. Yeah, like what's going on here? Because I'm trying to hire somebody that's going to be around for a while,
Of course.
and
Yep.
it
Yep.
doesn't look like you do that.
Dude, it's so fucked when that happens. It's like we are experiencing the circumstance of the climate. It's not that we're flaky, employees. It's just like things are fucked and we have to like adapt to it.
Straight up. I'm trying to survive, like appeal. 50% of the company got laid off. Then I was around waiting around for 9 months for a job. Finally got a 1 year contract position. They didn't renew it because I did everything they wanted me to. Then I got a job at Kooth. I was there for, a year. The entire team got let go. Like, that's out of my control. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, like
And
you look pretty flaky. What's up with
yeah,
that?
and she's like, what's gonna stop you? Like if one of these tech companies comes along and tries to steal you from us, like what's gonna keep you here? I was like,
You're like more money. No, I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
well, yeah. But I was like, yo, you know, I personally am craving stability. I want to just not have to worry about if I'm gonna have a job moving forward. Like that's too much for me. So I'm excited for this company that's been around for 50 years and has never let a single person go.
Let's go.
Yeah. So that's super exciting. Now the crazy part is now I'm dealing with all this like insecurity, like, oh, like I'm gonna be a finance manager. Like the hell does that mean? Like, am I even prepared? Like, I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna use the next 2 weeks to like take some trainings just to like really make sure that I am equipped to
Hmm.
handle this. But golly, the world is, there's like less gravity on Earth right now. Like, I'm not walking around just stressed all the time because my fucking boss, it feels so good. I just can't believe that it happened.
Yeah,
How about you?
congratulations.
Thanks, man. That's like people asked how I've been doing, and my response has been like my life has been excellent, except for the hellhole that has been my job. Like besides that, life is great, and it feels great to say that. Like being married has been so awesome, but holy shit, like what a life force removal that woman was.
Hmm. Hmm.
How about
Yeah.
you, man?
Uh, Briefly dive into my employment situation. So laid off in January of this year, spent 9 months grinding, 9 months, 250 plus applications, which resulted in maybe 25 initial interviews, which resulted in maybe like 10 that actually got to the final interview. And these are all tech customer success manager jobs. So it's always like a four interview process, right? It's the recruiter, then the hiring manager, then like a team member, and then like a panel presentation. It's not just like, let's talk to you, Colin. It's like, here's a prompt, a project, do this project, present it for 45 minutes and answer questions about it. And at the
Yeah,
end, it's just like, no thanks. It's like, oh yeah, no problem. Glad I just like killed myself for the last week for this. So it was that for like 9 months. But like with all those applications, it's just like shotgun approach every day, like, applying to like 5 to 10. This company got back to me. They are in Australia. They're called Pladia, which is a museum like experience progressive web application. So basically a PWA, a lot of acronyms at this company I've had to learn. But basically a progressive web application is a app, but in a browser, if that makes sense. So you don't have to actually download something to your phone. You just like scan a QR code like it was a menu or something, and that brings you to a browser. But within the browser, it looks like an app, right? Like there's different like pages you can click on at the bottom and it's really cool. And they're like starting to get on the upswing. But basically, it's like you have your place. So museums are like their sweet spot, but they're expanding into like universities and zoos and like outdoor districts and things like that nature. But you have like your big space, and then within that you have your different floors or levels, and within that you have your different rooms or spaces, and within that you have your different objects, which could be anything, right? It could be a painting, a sculpture, a koala, right? Like whatever, like that's your thing. And so it's like this like tiering system. And then within that, within the PWA, you can have like text description, not only like what it is, but like who painted it, when they painted it, etc. You can have
sick.
audio, you can have other images, you can actually have like tours, so point A to point B to point C. You can do like routing within the space. So if I'm at this area and I want to get to this area, and this is actually being used without GPS because you have all these like objects or things within the PWA. And so it just tells you like, oh, go to this object and then take a left and then go to that object.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. I'm still learning. It's pretty dense, and that's only like one application of their technology. They have a completely separate project called Event Sync, which basically does audio for like drone shows and fireworks shows and things of that nature without any like latency or lag or like delay, depending on the distance of like where the people are. It's all through your phone, so it's really cool. Anyway, it's a 20 hours a week contract, 5 hours a day, Monday through Thursday for 6 months. But as long as the company keeps going well and I don't severely fuck up, they will be extending me. I mean, this is, I guess, month two of this 6 month contract. But it's really chill because the hourly rate is high enough to where it is like a full-time rate right now, which is kind of crazy because it's like half of a 40-hour work week. Except they don't take any taxes out, they don't give any benefits, anything like that. So I have to figure out that stuff. And I've done like covered California for my health insurance, but I have to like save a portion of my paycheck every time I get it for the eventual taxes. And yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
But it's really nice because yeah, going like 9 months without working and like the very beginning when I got laid off in January, I was like, I'll be employed within a month because I'm like very good at what I do. But then the economy is in the shitter and like AI is taking a lot of these tech jobs. And so it's like highly competitive. A bunch of other people are getting laid off at the same time. I was laid off. So it was just like a perfect storm of like, no, you're not going to be employed for 9 plus months. And then like as time elapses, it's like, okay, this is getting more and more stressful. I'm applying to more and more places. I'm penny pinching more and more around.
Yeah.
Um, but yes, like you said, the weight was lifted, and now I think I'm on like sixth week with this company. They're very nice. Like they're like 90% Australian. There's a few other California employees, but they're very supportive and they don't yet expect very much of me. Now, eventually I am gonna have to be like owning these clients. Like for instance, they just brought on the American Museum of Natural History in New York on a trial, right? So I'm gonna be in charge of the trial of like the one of the biggest museums in the world of this technology. And so obviously like how that goes will be resulting in how my extension or not happens.
Yeah. That's sick.
But it's nice to be employed. It's nice to, yeah, be able to still like play disc golf because it's only part time and like be with the puppy. Like Kira still needs a lot of attention, which is great. But that's what's going on job wise.
Dude, so many thoughts. Like, are you gonna try to make a business case to get over there and train the museum in person? Get a little like New York trip?
Yeah, I don't know what the budget looks like for that, especially as a part-time contractor. What I'm actually, the long con is trying to get over to Australia and see
Yeah.
like the coworkers. The office is in Melbourne, Melbourne. So that's cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Super cool. Start accumulating just thousands and tens of thousands of miles on work trips alone. Sick. You live in the American, that's the American dream through and through.
Yeah, being on airplanes.
Well, no, 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 no. Having your company fund your own like private
Yeah,
escapades
that's true.
through the plane.
Should we dive into our fantasy football related things? I feel like we could keep talking for like another few hours. Maybe the whole podcast is just us like
No,
catching
yeah,
up. Yeah,
yeah.
bring
Just
Ashley back in here so we can.
fuck them. Fuck the boys. This is the podcast for the boys. Let's just talk about the boys.
It'd actually be so funny if it was like surprise podcast. We're gonna talk about the playoff implications, and we never do.
But first, we've got a super fun segment. Colin is going to take us through his eggnog rankings.
That's right. You kind of buried the lead. I was going to do something really
Damn it.
fun. I know, dude. Yeah, we probably should have talked about this, but I was going to be like, it's December now. It's late in the season. We've been talking about this in the WhatsApp. Everybody wants to know eggnog power rankings.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We've been
So
talking about rankings, like who's going to make it the furthest.
And who's going to make it the furthest is probably Trader Joe's eggnog, as the price combination with the taste is amazing. Dash of cinnamon, as we've been talking about. But a sneaky dark horse, I would posit, is the Cutwater eggnog, which is about twice as expensive, but it's super powerful, as you would imagine, and super tasty.
dude, Cutwater drinks fuck me up. I remember buying a six pack when I was on a work trip and I drank two of them in one night and I was blasted. The next day I was so hungover too. It was awful. Two cans.
At the at Petco Park, if you are a member or a season ticket holder, if you go before the first pitch of the game, there are specific areas called ballpark eats where you can get $5 beers. And last season they did $5 Cutwaters cans. And so we would go because my boy Britta was a season ticket holder, get like two of those. And I only did this like once because yeah, you have two and it fucks you up. You like
Mhm.
are fucked up, which is crazy because they're only like 13%. So I don't know what's going on there, but
Yeah. They remind me of fucking Four Locos. You just
mhm.
like you get out of class. I remember getting out of lab late. You guys would already be partying all crazy. And so I'd just grab one of those Four Locos on the bike ride home and try to chug it like
Oh
as
my
I was
God.
getting
Yeah,
ready.
right.
Just like let me house some pasta while chugging a Four Loco.
Tasty.
And then by the time I get to the party, I'm already like there with you all.
hmm Dude, I remember
Borderline.
playing Civil War with the Four Loco and like pouring it out, and it just looked like Windex. It's like, oh my God, this is what I'm
Yeah.
drinking. It's fucking
Oh
electric
my God.
blue chemical.
What's the iconic movie of our fucking black tide life? With Paul Rudd and the like
Oh
LARPing
yeah, 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 yeah. It's not. It's the role models.
role models. Yeah, and they're like
They're the energy
these
drink
salesmen for this energy
sponsors.
drink. They're
Yeah.
like, dude, my piss looks like Shrek's. Like, that can't be good for me. That's exactly what Four Loco is.
You
So
have any eggnog
TJ
thoughts?
TJ's Nog. Now, that's not the one that I had from TJ's. Does that one have liqueur in it already?
But you didn't have the. Yeah, no, they sell alcoholic eggnog.
Yeah, so the TJ's eggnog that I had is in a carton
Oh, it's the
and it's
non-alcoholic, but you added your own.
non-alcoholic. Added my
Mhm.
own, yeah, Evan Williams or a little Johnny Walker, and then or if I'm really feeling spicy, some fucking Captain Rum. Wow,
Morgan? Captain Morgan?
Captain Morgan. Thank you. Yeah, not Sailor Jerry, Captain Morgan. And we are a nutmeg household, so we have
Oh, hmm.
nutmeg that we freshly grind on ours. So no cinnamon here. Sorry, Buckaroo.
That's crazy. But actually, I brought in the Evan Williams eggnog as one of the options because they make their own eggnog.
Every whiskey company is missing out by not
Yeah, they should
doing
make
it.
eggnog.
I mean, come on.
What do you
Come
think,
on.
chat? You guys want to throw your rankings in the WhatsApp? When you get to this portion, if you've made it this far and haven't turned it off, why don't you guys let us know about what your eggnog rankings
Yeah. And
are?
while you're at it, don't forget to smash that subscribe button.
That's yeah, smash, not mash. Because
Not
if you
mash.
mash, then it might unclick. Um, cool. All right. So the actual segments, these were Weaver's brainchild. So do you want to start it off?
Ooh, yeah. Each team, this is fun. So we're all well acquainted with our own teams, and we're coming to the end of the season. So I thought it would be kind of fun to highlight the draft and each team's best draft pick. Um, and one thing that I've kind of learned over the course of this analysis is really how top heavy this year's draft was. There really have been very far and few between did a pick from the fifth round and later like become a significant contributor.
Interesting.
Or I guess, like there's some years where like, Brad's Cooper Cup year, like I don't remember how
Yeah.
deep that was, but that felt like it was like ninth round and he was, the best receiver.
I.
Um,
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, there's a handful like seventh and eighth round picks. I'm like reaching here, but yeah. Anyways, diving into it based off of the draft order. So first up was the was Bill,
Yep.
the disputed champion. Yeah, because he didn't win the relays, did he?
I don't even fucking remember what happened with that,
I don't want to put
honestly.
slander out there, but I might have.
Let's see.
Anyways,
I'm looking at so yeah, Bill, according to my 36 rack divider, was in first. You were in second.
yeah,
Wait, this might be draft order.
that
I
is
guess
draft
it
order.
probably is the same though, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
anyway, so
So Bill's best pick of his draft, especially in the first half of the season, was Emeka Egbuka in the seventh round. I mean, basically, Emeka has had like this crazy falling off of a cliff. Like he started the season
yeah,
super strong, was scoring like 18 points a game, and then has yeah, I think hasn't surpassed double digit points in like 8 weeks or something crazy. Even with that in mind, he's still the ninth receiver overall, which is crazy. That
nine.
just like highlights how great he was to start the season. Um, and one other interesting thing I was looking at Bill's team is like, and this is probably paired with Lamar Jackson injury, but ever since Amika's downfall, Bill hasn't been able to score over 115 points in a week. Before that, he was like in the money running multiple times. So that's kind of crazy. And I
Yeah,
don't,
Bill beat me with a sub 100 point week 2 weeks ago. And what I would say for the answer to this question is James Cook has been really good, but second rounder, so I guess you can expect that. It doesn't always happen. But also with the like downfall of Ibuka, Travion Henderson has been on an uptick too.
mhm,
So
except
uh,
for on Monday.
as Drake May show.
Yeah. Oh, much to my chagrin. Fuck you, Drake May.
Um, cool. All right. So what about yourself?
Yeah. Next up, my best pick was Chan in the bottom of the second. And that's because he has just been so great. He was the 12th running back taken in the draft, and he's currently ranked fourth. Um, so he's been like the MVP of my team, and I love that for me. In the
Yeah. I know I've said this before, but I was deciding between Kyron and Achan, and I have regret for going Kyron.
Mhm,
I would say, even though he's been on IR for a while, J.K. Dobbins in the ninth was a really good pick by you. He was great in the beginning of the year.
totally agreed. He gave me that stability. If Achan had like torn his Achilles like I was scared he would, J.K. Dobbins gave me that security blanket. But then J.K. Dobbins is the most injury prone player in the league. So
I know, poor guy.
RIP.
On to Brad.
On to Brad. I went with Jalen Warren in the sixth round. He is RB 20 on the year, even having missed a game. So he'd be even higher if he had been healthy that game. But he scores like 10 points a game on average, which is exactly what you're looking for when you ignore the running back position in favor of, not that he ignored it, like you got Saquon. He's going hero RB, right? You want RB, QB, tight end, and you're gonna have some weakness in your other positions when you go QB and tight end early. So 10 points a game out of your RB2 in the sixth is quite good.
Warren is a good one. Definitely was slept on. To kind of give a deep alternative, in the 13th round, Brad drafted the Pittsburgh defense, which
Mm,
is the fifth highest scoring defense on the season and is still on Brad's team. Now, I don't know if there was a drop and re-pickup in there, if he just was consistent the entire week, but top five defense, where I know personally I've been like shuffling through defenses basically the entire season. And so that stability is nice, not having to worry about that. And I remember actually they were kind of iffy in the very beginning of the year, and they really brought brought it on.
yeah, it's they're not the powerhouses that they once were, which is really shocking considering they
They
have
do
TJ
have a
Watt.
negative 4 point score in there week 8 against Green Bay. So that's not great. But
I think
still
it's a
top five somehow.
I think it's a bold strategy highlighting a defense.
Dude, top five. That's like I would love to have the fifth highest scoring defense on this year.
Yeah, in the 13th round. Whew. I feel you. I mean, Adams prospering from Seattle's defense,
Hit a
putting up
perfect
30
storm
points.
last week. Dude, the
Fucking,
Vikings are fucked. God damn it. All
yeah.
right, Evan, what do you have for him?
Dude, I'm going with Jahmyr Gibbs right off the top. There are some misses in the first round, and Jahmyr Gibbs has been the solo bright spot in Hills Angels season. I think there was some question marks thinking back to the draft. Like I was like, oh, should I take Gibbs? But I was too scared of that new offensive coordinator, losing Ben Johnson, the Lightning and Thunder situation. David Montgomery's still there. So,
Hmm.
and I think they lost, some of their linemen too. So, anyways, that's my pick because he's been excellent
That's a good one. Um, Highlighting his second running back, I think Brees Hall is another good pick.
in the fourth. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's see what his actual player rank. This is some good podcast math we're doing. Be prepared for some more, but I want to see where he is on this
He's,
season. Let's
he's
see.
just above Saquon.
Oh, there he is. So what is that? That is 1, 2, 3, 4,
14.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Yeah.
So that's a high, almost a RB1, high RB2 in the fourth round.
Yeah. That's great value.
Moving
You'll
on,
love to
Collins
see it.
team.
Collins team. The JMO lottery is my he won this lottery. You won the lottery with him. Some of us have been lucky enough to win the lottery with him. Yeah, he's my choice for your team with especially now late season increase in usage with head coach Dan Campbell taking over play calling. He's always been obsessed with Jameson Williams and now the rubber's meeting the road and he's doing well for you. Um,
Yeah, he's a weird one because he's double goose egged. And I definitely lost. So the week that Bill beat me with several hundred points, gave me a goose egg. Let's see.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
that.
You know what's funny is I went with Jameson originally and then I deleted it for in favor of Michael Underbushed Pittman, who's actually my choice. I forgot to read my notes.
He's been on the downswing recently, unfortunately. I haven't been able to complain about his bush in a few weeks. The other week that JMO gave me a goose egg, I actually beat Pebbles. So I've only suffered once, although my points are terrible now. And let's see, who do I think's been my best one?
It's got to be Pittman because you dropped him in the ninth and he's uh, wide receiver 13. So
Yeah,
getting a borderline WR1 in the ninth round, whew,
Pittman
doesn't get
is
much better than that.
great. Someone else who has been sneaky good is Travis Kelsey. He is, I
Yeah,
think, the second highest tight end right now in terms of points over the season.
yeah,
Yeah, he's
totally.
number two. So, and I got him in the, what round is that? Seventh round.
You love that.
Okay, Adam's team.
Adams team,
Bunch of jobbers on this team.
dude. Yeah, it's hard to choose from. I mean, you don't have a team this good if you don't hit on a lot of picks. But I'm gonna go with Drake May
Yep, I was gonna say the same thing.
in the 10th. He's QB3 on the season. I'm really butthurt about this because I chose David Njoku instead. I was like, nobody's gonna draft a quarterback this round. I can wait one more. And then there was a run on quarterbacks. But yeah, Drake May. JSN is also there, right? Third round pick, number one overall receiver. That hurts all of us folk that took receivers earlier than
Yeah,
that.
I mean, Jonathan Taylor, JSN, and Drake May are so good.
Yeah,
Shout out, he drafted Stafford in the 14th round, and Stafford is the, what is that, sixth highest scoring quarterback right now. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah. Not on his team, though. All right, Bacon's team.
Bacon, Bacon. I'm going with Devontae Adams. Drafted in the fourth round. He's leading the league in touchdown receptions. He's the fifth ranked receiver on the year in the fourth round. You love to see it.
Yeah,
Go for it.
that's really good. Bacon actually hit on the majority of his running backs, but I want to call out Javonte Williams, who has
Hmm.
been really good. And that was what round is that in? Like the 10th or something?
The
Is this?
ninth round.
Yeah, that is insane. Where is he in this? He is top 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's the seventh highest. Bacon has the number one scoring running back and the number 7 and 8 scoring running backs on his team. Three of the
Wow,
top 10,
that's how you put together a playoff squad.
potentially.
Easy. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We'll dive into that. But
yeah. All right, Sean's team.
Sean's team. I love. Oh, I love this because it's so hard.
Dude, he's got a bunch of mid players.
He has a bunch of injuries that make it really hard to rank his team, right? Nico was hurt, Bucky Irving hurt, Mike Evans hurt, um, fucking Cam Scatabo hurt. It's honestly crazy that he's still in contention, given what 2/3 of his starting lineup has missed significant time. I'm gonna go with Bo Nix though, seventh
Oh,
round quarterback,
weird.
and what is he ranked?
I
Podcast
bet
math.
if you talk to O'Malley about Bo Nix, he would have a not good view about him.
Yeah, but he's the 10th best quarterback in the league, so
That's true.
that's
I'm
my
gonna go
pick.
with Tetaroa McMillan as the number 7 overall wide receiver. And then special shout out to Jalen Waddle, who is the, let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now, Waddle definitely got a little boost when Hill went down, but those guys have been really good.
Wow, I didn't know that Tet was so high. That's
Yeah.
sick,
hmm On
dude.
bye
And
this week, right when Sean needs him.
oh yeah, that's pretty remarkable. Because normally, like drafting, in I mean, my opinion, that's what we're all here for. Drafting a rookie receiver that early is so scary to me. So respect for taking the risk and then having it pay out.
Yeah, a lot of hype. All right, what about Stewart's team?
Do it. George Pickens is uh, the immediate name. He's
Yeah, I was going through this. I was like, there's a very obvious one.
very obvious. Fourth round. He's a second ranked receiver in the league. You love to see that.
Nice picks too. All right, Pebs.
Moving into Pebs, I think that Jake Ferguson wins this, being that he was like league leading tight end for the first part of the season when uh, he was dealing with the Quidshawn Judkins and Rasheed Rice absences. Might have helped carry his team to some early performances.
Isn't he?
What
But he's
what do
no
you
longer
think?
on his team, right?
No,
Or
I
I
don't
think
think so.
he's on O'Malley's team. That's a good one. I was gonna say Rasheed Rice.
Yeah,
He is not in the top 25 receivers, but he missed 6 games, so obviously. But since he has been back, he's been a plug and play wide receiver one every week, no questions asked.
first round draft pick next year, guaranteed.
Yeah. Blake's
Yeah,
team.
it makes me wish that who did I take instead of that?
Yeah, definitely. Let's go down this rabbit hole.
Yeah, Calvin Ridley, Ricky Pearsall, Devo. Shame for shame. Okay, Blake's team. Hmm. We've gotten to the live part of this. I'm gonna roll with Tyler Warren.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He's been an electric tight end. He's getting great usage as a rookie tight end. I think he was on pace to beat like Sam Laporta's records for rookie receiving tight ends, but I don't know where that's at. Tyler Warren in the eighth round. Again, it was too rich for my britches, but it's paid off. What do you
I
think?
like that. I was gonna say well, that one, I think that one's the obvious one. But John Jennings has been pretty good over the last like one, two, three, four, five. The last 5 weeks, he has four double-digit performances, and then week two, he had an 18-point performance. Had some injuries, so haven't been able to consistently count him the entire season. But when looking through Blake's team, I also like that pick.
Yeah. On to Scott's team, Madison Beer. I mean, this one is hard. I gotta go. I guess I'm going with DeAndre Swift in the
That's what
fifth.
I was gonna say. Yeah.
It's hard to rank three QBs, two defenses. Oh
I think he
man,
has
yeah.
four QBs.
He drafted four QB. Well, he has four QBs now, but he drafted
Oh,
three.
okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Touche.
But yeah, DeAndre Swift has been sneaky good. He's the biggest beneficiary of the Ben Johnson system,
Yeah,
besides
as good
maybe
as
Caleb Williams.
Swift has been, Genty has been not that.
Yeah,
Four,
nothing
five,
on
six,
the Raiders
nine,
offense is good.
10, 12, 13. Genty is 13. I guess that's not terrible, but for I guess it's at the turn. I don't know. Maybe that's not a terrible place to draft him, but he hasn't lived up to his capital, draft capital.
Hmm.
Okay, we are talking a lot of
Hmm.
time is going on here. I think we should do one of the next two that you had proposed and then get into the playoff madness.
Oh,
So do you have a
okay.
preference in one of these other ones that you would want to do?
Yeah, yeah. Let's do surprise players
Okay.
in each position, starting with quarterback. So, it's always fun, like thinking about the moments leading up to draft weekend. We all have our guys that we like, the guys that we're going to avoid, and then the regular season happens and it reminds us all that we don't know shit about anything and neither do the experts. So I thought it'd be fun just to highlight some players that were surprised are doing well at each position. So we're going to go through each position, starting with quarterback, and just like talk about a guy that we don't think should be where he is.
Cool.
We're not
Yeah.
happy for him. Who do you want to start with as quarterback?
Uh, not to focus on my own team, but I think Prescott and Stafford at 5 and 6, especially Stafford, who I mentioned a few minutes ago, was drafted way late and had very low expectations for him. And like he honestly wasn't really that good at fantasy last year or for fantasy. Uh, he just had a rough game against Carolina, so we'll see if he regresses back to the mean a little bit. But as it stands in this moment, he is the number 6 overall quarterback, and I mean, I bet people were thinking he'd be like outside the top 20 at the beginning of the season.
Totally. Yeah. In the same vein, I'm going with Mahomes as the number two QB overall, like with zero. Oh, I guess that's not true. He has four rushing touchdowns. He's rushed for 350 yards. Wow. That's what's happening here. Yeah, I remember when Stu drafted him, I think we kind of teased him a bit on it. Like, oh, Mahomes, what the hell? That's crazy. When did he even take Mahomes? Maybe that should have been in the
I think he
seventh.
was like the fourth or fifth overall quarterback taken, right?
Dang. Right after Bo Nix. That's
Maybe
fun.
six. Yeah, I know. I definitely had Mahomes on my do not draft board. He was like getting maybe 15 points per game the last few seasons. And now, yeah,
Maybe.
he's
Yeah. And now he's crushing it. So shout outs to. Also, the other segment that we're not going to do is like favorite free agent pickups or waiver wire wins on the season. And for you, like the sneaky midweek Dak Prescott waiver pickup was excellent. I'm kicking myself for not having seen that.
yeah, that has saved. Well, actually, both Prescott and Stafford have been good for keeping me to where I am now. It was so weird because when I did pick up Prescott, I think it was actually a Saturday, and I had picked up Mariota before that, after Daniels was ruled out because they were Mariota and the Falcons were playing some like bad team, and I was like, oh, he's gonna go off. And then I saw Prescott out there, and I was like, no matter
Whoa.
what happens this week, like Prescott is like the more like long term play.
Yeah. Yeah, that was great.
That was the same week that Adam picked up Rico Dowdle. And as I was picking up Prescott, Dowdle was still available on the waiver wire. I remember that.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
hmm
That's crazy. Hmm.
But
All right.
receivers,
Receivers. Yeah. I guess,
Pickens is a pretty easy one. The second overall
yeah,
receiver.
that is not, it's so frustrating having owned him last season. He's part of the championship squad. And these are the numbers that I was expecting out of him last year. I'm so proud of him for coming out of his shell, finding his true home, and doing so well. For me, I think seeing two rookies in the top 10 with Tex McMillan and then Emeka Egbuka is pretty crazy. You don't normally see that kind of production this early, this early in the season. Normally it's like super slow first half, and then the second half they start to boom a little.
Yeah.
Um, that's it for me. Another like
Interesting place. Sorry, my eyes go to the number 14 guy right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. Never mind. Wandale Robinson,
that's who I
number
was going to
12
highlight
wide
too.
receiver, who is one
That's
above Michael Pittman right now.
crazy. What the hell is
Uh,
he doing up
they're
there?
on they're on a bye right this week. They haven't had their bye yet, so that's definitely inflating his numbers a bit. But if you click into his stats, it's like a bunch of like 5-ish point games and then a few blow up games.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so wild. 24 points, 26 points, 5, 9, 9, 6. Gross. Like the worst fantasy player that you want to start. That's fun. Moving into running backs. Let's see. Javonte Williams is by far the biggest surprise, followed
Yeah.
by, oh, well, that's not true. I think Rico Dowdle being in the top 10 is the biggest surprise to me.
I think he's 11, but yeah, it's that's crazy. There might be a little changing of the guard though after the game against the Rams there with Chuba coming back. I'm just splitting that timeshare.
Dude, how crazy is that, right? Like Chuba was dead to the world. It was Rico's backfield. He was going ape shit. And then now all of a sudden Chuba is like the top dog. Like
Yeah.
what changes are being made? Like our defense is just able to like scheme that aggressively. They recognize like, oh, Rico does really well on these types of plays. So when we see that, we just have to, like it's so mind-boggling what what has happened. Or it's like Rico just injured now and like he lost a step because he can't like plant super hard. What
What's happening? I do want to shout out CMC as the number one overall. I think everybody had some trepidation around him. I know he was someone who I was avoiding, at least in the first round, and Bacon went with him, and he's the number one running back. And then Jonathan Taylor is only 3 points behind, which is also crazy.
insane. Yeah. 15 touchdowns for Jonathan Taylor.
Rushing touchdowns. I think he might have two receiving too. Let's see.
Yeah, he does. Good job.
Tight ends.
Oh, tight ends. Who
Yeah,
are we
Ferg
surprised about?
Daddy, number four. Hunter Henry, that's six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's crazy, Brock Bowers is number five, and he had missed all that time. So that kind of tells you like how the tight end position is just baloney. And Bowers is amazing. But yeah, he missed 1, 2, 3 weeks and then had a bye, and then had a 37-point game when he came back after that. And now he's the number five tight end.
That it makes me nauseous. I hate tight ends so much. That's why I always
Trey
try to ignore them,
McBride, who is the number one tight end, has 46 more points than the number two tight end, who is Travis Kelce.
which is so funny because he's just been unlocked by Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, that's a good waiver wire pickup right there. Brissett.
Thanks. I agree.
Uh,
Doesn't feel good starting him, but it feels
at
good
this
having
point,
him.
he's been so consistent for so long.
Yeah. I read like in his blurb today that they were like considering bringing Kyler back. Like, what? Didn't they already say that they gave him the keys to the offense for the rest of the season?
I could see them trying to bring Kyler back to hope that he has like a good game or two at the end of the year, so then they could flip him to some QB needy team because right now he has such a huge contract and he's not their future quarterback. So they're gonna cut him or they have to like showcase him to hopefully trade him. Like I think that's probably what the thought process is.
Yeah. Ugh. You think the Vikings would take him?
Yeah.
Vikings, Raiders,
Maybe like the Jets.
the Jets. That would be a very Jets move. Let's take on
Yeah.
this. Let's trade away a bunch of firsts. Take on this massive contract for a guy who clearly doesn't care.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yep. You
All
want
right.
to do kickers and defense? Now we should move on. Who cares
Yeah.
about
Let's
that?
move on. Nobody cares about those two things.
All right. Well, I put all of our league information to ChatGPT and asked it to give us the scenarios of which are required for each team to make the playoffs. So without taking forever on this, I'm going to walk through what we got. Oh, and then
Yeah.
Weaver's going to give us our Vegas odds for each person, the Weaver odds of each person. So ChatGPT was able to tell me that Adam and Weaver have locked up playoff spots. So congratulations to you guys. You're in.
Not only
He
that,
also told me, oh, sorry, go ahead.
but we both locked in first round buys.
Oh yeah, that actually that is crazy. It's crazy that you have, like you said, these weeks of just like whatever. I mean, you still want to win the money, and you definitely
Yep.
have to beat Bill. But but that I like. This might be the first time it's ever happened where the first round buys have been locked up before the last week of the regular season has
Yeah.
been for both one and two. Um, Evan and Scott are not making the playoffs. Also, ChatGPT let me know that's not going to happen.
Thanks, chat.
Yeah. All right. So that leaves us with the contenders for the last four spots. At 7 and 6, we got Bacon, O'Malley, Pebs, and Blake. And that is order of points for. And then the 6 and 7 teams, Stu, Brad, Bill, and Colin in order of points for. So now if we reshuffle that to have basically the points for power rankings of all of those teams, we get Bacon first, Stu second. Bacon has 56 more points than Stu does, and he has over 100 more than O'Malley does. So that's a huge factor in Bacon's probability of making the playoffs. O'Malley would be third in points for, Pebbles fourth, Brad fifth, Bill sixth, Colin seventh, and Blake eighth. Now that's points for power rankings. The difference in Blake's points, 1411, and Bacon's points, 1570, are 159 points.
Mm,
Is the spread between all of our contenders right now.
shit.
Yeah. Matchups this week to know what we got going on. We have 6 and 7 Colin against 3 and 10 Scott. 6 and 7 Stu against 6 and 7 Brad. That's a fun one.
Yeah.
7 and 6 Pebbles and 7 and 6 Blake. A true win and in game. 7 and 6 O'Malley versus 4 and 9 Evan. 6 and 7 Bill against 9 and 4 Weaver. And probably the game that actually matters the least in all of this is 10 and 3 Adam against 7 and 6 Bacon. Because if Bacon's points four, even if he loses, he's probably in. If he wins, he's definitely in because they'll have 8 wins. Okay, so there's a lot of information chat spit out at me. But we have this fun table. Um, so I'm just gonna read through all of our like one line um, odds, I guess, for each team to make it. So for Bacon, comment is almost locked, so guaranteed, almost. O'Malley's is winning in. Pebs is winning in. Blake is a must win. Stu is going to have the best resume of the 7 and 7 teams beyond Bacon if Stu were to win. Brad has a solid chance if he wins. Bill needs Brad or Stu to lose, which will happen, and Pebs and Blake to lose, which will happen, and then he needs some help with points. And then my one-liner from ChatGPT is needs a multi-team collapse. That's fun. Okay, so before we go on to It gave us a bunch of bottom lines. Do you want to add any commentary in any of that?
I think this is the coolest end of regular season for our league that I can remember. I think there's usually at least four teams eliminated at this point. I think usually there's like five five through eight that are still competing for those last two spots.
Hmm.
Having normally been one of those teams that's just on the cusp.
You're feeling good. Yeah, this is very entertaining, I guess for you and Adam just having safety of it.
Totally. I mean, the fact that teams 3 through 10 are all still playoff eligible in the last week of the season, that's remarkable.
All right, one-liners for every team. We'll start in the reverse this time. For Colin, actually, these are sorry, bottom line, not one-liners. Colin must win the head-to-head versus Scott to create all realistic paths. In the most common tiebreak situations, Colin needs about 17 to 25 extra points, but in a few scenarios, I need 100 extra points.
Oof.
For Bill, bottom line, Bill needs a win and easy tiebreak case, he only needs 8 more points. In a tougher stew involved tie, you need 84. Bottom line for Pebbles, win and in. If you lose, the usual tiebreak hurdle is about 15 points against O'Malley. And in the extreme multi-team outcomes, you would also need over 100. So win and in. You got to win, Pebbles. Blake, same thing, win and in. If Blake loses and you need to have a higher points for, you need about 47 more points to pass O'Malley. And in an extreme case, you need 159 points. So, Blake, you need to win, or you need to score a fuck ton of points while losing.
Yeah.
For O'Malley, winning against Evan is the most straightforward path. Yep, you get 8 wins. If O'Malley loses and is tied with teams that include Bacon, points for gap is large. But because of O'Malley's points, he's in a pretty good spot.
Hmm. Yeah, and he's getting some big dogs back too. He's got to be feeling good about that.
Yeah. And then for Bacon, you're effectively locked. A win guarantees it, and a loss, as long as you don't score like 0 points. You probably could score like 50 points and be fine. Um, then you'd be in. Which I think that's
Gosh,
everybody, right?
that's crazy.
Yep. Okay. So what are our Weaver odds?
Yeah, so I guess starting from the top with Adam, his odds to win the championship plus 300.
Mm.
Yeah, he's the heavyweight contender right now. He has 100 more points for than any other team. He's won the money 4 weeks out of 13. That's every 25%. It's so annoying. It's less than 25%. More than 20. Oh my God. Hashtag math.
All right. Let's start
Um,
with the defending champions.
defending a champions, plus 500. And for those of you who don't gamble with Vegas, this is if you bet $100, what do you stand to earn? So you bet $100 on Adam's team to win the ship, you get $300. You bet $100 on my team, you win 500. For Bacon's team, we're going one, two. Oh, let me just look at this strength of schedule real quick. Ooh, who's he got playing? I'm thinking Bacon's in the 800 range.
Okay.
So yeah, one to 800. And then these other ones, this is where it gets really gnarly because you all are trying to miss out on the playoffs. So I'm gonna put O'Malley at one plus 1250. No, O'Malley's at plus 1000. Pebbles is at plus 1250. I think Blake is plus 1250 as well. Same odds
This
as
is to
Pebbles
win the win everything.
to win everything. Yeah. Stu's team, I think we're putting him at plus, I think he's getting in. So he'll go plus 1250 as well.
Okay. So you're saying
Brad,
and Pebbles to win the entire thing.
say that again.
You had the same Pebbles, Blake, and Stu have the same odds of winning the championship in your mind?
You're right. That makes no sense. Stu's plus 1,500. Brad is plus 2,000. Bill is plus 5,000, and you are plus 10,000.
$10,000. Oh, that's a hell yeah. That's a nice little chunk of change.
Yeah, yeah. It's looking pretty grim for you.
You know what? Just win, get into the dance and see what happens, right? That's the
That was literally my team motto last year.
we're taking it one week at a time, you know, God willing.
Yeah. I'm excited to see if there's going to be any ridiculousness like mine last year with my like shit talking to Bacon and then my memes against Pebbles, my shit talking against Bacon, and then out drinking the Irishman.
Dude, yeah, O'Malley, the heavy favorite. And your
Will,
scrappy underdog team.
yeah, yeah. Will history repeat itself with the top dog taking an L to an underseeded, like Adam's team is so powerful. Will there be a crack? He has
Let's
lost three
make this
times.
week's picks and then let's see what the playoff bracket comes out of
Oh,
that.
yeah, okay. Cool. I'm picking myself over Bill.
All right. So Weaver gets a win.
Sorry,
Okay,
Bill.
yeah. I think I'm also gonna pick you in that one. Yeah. Okay. What about in the Adam versus Bacon?
Adam versus Bacon. Pulling it up. Hmm. Bacon has to roll with CJ Stroud in Kansas City. Tough. I think I'm going with Adam, even though he's got a little bit of a bye week hellhole going on.
He's got a bye week hellhole and 14 more Bush points than Bacon does currently.
Yeah. Well, that's also because he's missing his top dog, Christian McCaffrey,
Yeah.
Brock Purdy.
Uh, yeah, I'm taking Adam as well. Who do you have in the O'Malley Evan game?
Mm. Evan currently with the Bush lead. That's fun. Oh, now he has to hate that. But is Joe Burrow with ice in his veins going to come back and save the day? That's exciting. Some really tough matchups for his receiving core. Bucky's coming back in a divisional game against the Saints. Is Baker Mayfield still injured?
No, he's playing. He played last week, and if he
Oh,
has no injury designation this week,
cool. All right. O'Malley's really hoping that Aaron Jones is out with this Jordan Mason start. I think I'm going to go with O'Malley's team.
oh wow. Okay, I'm gonna go with Evan's team. And I say that because I think O'Malley's guys have a little more difficult of matchups. Like for instance, Kimani Vidal versus Philadelphia. Omari and Hampton is probably coming back in that one, and Herbert is banged up, so I think that's going to be tough. Mason in that Vikings offense is just completely dog shit right now. I think even if Jones doesn't play, it's going to be tough sledding for those guys. Um, who else? And then on the Evans side, I think Gibbs is going to have a big game against Dallas. I think Hall is going to have a big game against Miami. Um, and I want chaos, so I'm going with I'm going with Evan on that
You
one.
really need Evan to win.
Yeah. But right now, Yahoo thinks he's going to win, so it's not too crazy for me to pick that.
Yeah. Gibbs in Dallas, Gibbs versus Dallas at home is going to be a fun one. He might score a bajillion
It's going to
points.
be such a good game tomorrow. All right, what about Pebbles and Blake? This is the win and in. Blake
Oh,
has the Bush advantage currently,
with a
but that is
couple
including Marvin
cues.
Harrison, yeah, in his lineup, who was not seen at practice today
Yeah, Drake
as
London didn't
of
practice
half
today.
hour ago.
Gnarly. Okay. Ooh, Tyler Warren playing at Jacksonville. That should be juicy. Puka's been very pedestrian recently,
He's
which has
not
been
scoring
kind of
touchdowns. Like Devontae Adams is scoring all of their touchdowns.
yeah,
Them or the two running backs like on the 1 yard line because it's not. He's like getting all the big chunk yards, and then the other guys are scoring.
yeah, that's tough. It's a thankless job getting 100 yards a game in receiving.
This is a tight
Daniel
one.
Daniel Jones pickup. Oh, Romeo Dobbs has been doing well recently. Nope, just last week got a touchdown. Hmm. I'm actually thinking. I'm thinking Pebbles is gonna take this one.
Yeah, I agree with you because I don't believe that Marvin Harrison is going to play. And if he does, I don't think he's going to be that big of a factor, especially against the Rams who just lost to the Panthers and are going to be on one.
Yeah, though he does have Chris Godwin waiting in reserve, so he's not gonna. It's not gonna be that detrimental, but
5 targets a game. Yeah, we'll see what that goes with. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still
seems
sticking
like
with Peps.
a 1-to-1
One for one.
replacement for Marvin Harrison's performance this year. Which that's been crazy. Talk about surprises. Him being so trash is so
Hmm.
weird.
Hey, Michael Wilson being so good without him. Brissett and Wilson both have just skyrocketed together.
Yeah, another fucking Adam pickup.
All right, between Colin and Scott, what's
Colin
gonna
and
happen?
Scott. Oof, you must love this 14-point Bush lead you got going on.
I do like that. It also helps that it seems like Scott has kind of quiet quit the league a little bit. Um, yeah, I mean he's trotting out some guys that probably wouldn't make other lineups. That being said, didn't he win recently? Well, I know like what actually he has not won recently. I think
He lost to the garbage time field goal to Evan last week.
that's right, dude. After that, kicker missed a field goal earlier in the game for Evan. I was gonna say Christian Watson has been good
Yeah.
recently, and same with DeAndre Swift, right? So I think this game is gonna be much closer than the Bush indicates right now, especially considering that Justin Jefferson is without a quarterback and has been just like so bad for the last month.
Mhm.
But if Amon-Ra doesn't play, Jamison Williams is going through the roof against the Cowboys. Yeah, tomorrow night. Um, oh, do we have a T. Higgins update? That's also going to be a big thing. Limited. Nice. He practiced. Oh, thank gosh. Okay. Oh, he remains in the concussion protocol, though. Hmm.
Oh yeah, you're in.
Yeah, that one would be bad. Although I have Yoshi Vosh kind of waiting in the wings there. So
Yoshi.
that would be my replacement. I think I'm going to win.
I think you're gonna win too.
Oh, great. I'm doomed.
These picks are doomed.
All right, so last one we got Brad and Stu, another
Oh
very
man,
important matchup of two 6 and 7 teams. Brad has the slight Bush advantage right now, but only by 3 points.
I think it's crazy that 6-7 is a win and get in game. Like both
Yeah.
teams being at 6-7 and our win to get in.
Hmm. So let's see if I'm going through this. Man, I mean, like Brad's team put up 80 points last week, um, which is not good.
They were resting this week.
Oh, actually, this Bush is considering Hampton that doesn't have any points attributed to him right now in Stu's lineup.
Yeah,
Likely, but he is likely to play. So that's probably going to add at least another double digits to Stu's Bush. Although ban the
Stu's
Bush.
Stu's yeah, very interesting. because he's likely to play, but maybe not. But Stu still has Keenan Allen as a backup plan. So if this is a Monday night football game, so that would be very frustrating if he was a last minute out. But Stu has a backup plan
Well,
with
that's
Caden.
he needs a running back to play Monday, right? Because right now he has four receivers in his lineup. Yeah, so he would need a
Oh,
backup Monday running back.
oh my
So
gosh.
a savvy opponent might go pick up one of the backups that may have scored for the LAC last week and is on
Holy
waivers
shit.
right now. But then Vidal will probably get the bulk of that stuff, and Vidal has been a really good fill-in.
Yeah, that's crazy. Mm, I made a fun point and then was immediately wrong. Stupid.
I think I'm just gonna take Stu. I just think his team has been performing better than Brad's has. Although that might be recency bias. I just played Brad. Let's see what happened to Stu last week. He put up 110. The week before that, he put up 140. And that week, Brad put 90. So Brad has had back-to-back weeks with sub 100. Let's see, the week before that, he put up 147 though. So
Yeah,
I
I'm
guess
going
with the
Brad.
oh, interesting.
Yeah, you want to put a shot bet on this one?
Hell yeah. That's
Hell
great.
yeah. This
Okay.
is the matchup of the week for
I'll
sure.
take, although it would definitely would benefit me for Brad to win. Um,
Yeah, because
because he's got
Stu's
the
point
fewer
score is
points.
so high. Yeah.
But I do think Stu is going to take this one. All right, shot
Yeah.
bet.
Cool. You have to take 1.5 shots.
All right, so given that, I'm gonna try and calculate what our actually, if you want to do your own thing, I put it in the document. I put two, oh God, not 23. What the fudge? What have I done?
What
Um,
have you done?
all right, there you go. Okay, so with this, Adam is going to win, and he's going to be 11 and 3. Weaver's going to win. He's going to be 10 and 4. Bacon is going to lose. He's going to be 7 and 7, but has high points, so he's probably in. O'Malley, I picked to lose. You picked him to win, so you got to deal with that yourself. But O'Malley's going to be 7 and 7 with the question mark, which means, let's see, Evan's going to win at 5 and 9 at the 11 seed. Nice job. Yeah, you can take that second 12 below where I'm working.
Hmm.
Pebbles is going to be in at 8 and 6. Blake is going to be at 7 and 7 with bad points. He's probably out. I took Stu, who's going to be 7 and 7 and in. Brad would lose in that case, so he's out. Bill is going to lose to Weaver, go 6 and 8. He's out. Colin is going to beat Scott, but have bad points for. So with this, we got uh, two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hashtag podcast math.
I know this is great. So it's kind of crazy because in my scenario here, I kind of have to assume some points scored things, of course. But Adam is 1 seed, Weaver is 2 seed, Pebbles would then go to 8 and 6, so he would be our 3. Then it gets wonky because we have Bacon and Stew with really good points 4, who would be in at 7 and 7. Who has the advantage there right now? We'll just put them. Stew's got one 15, 14. Oh yeah, Bacon has like a million more than everybody else. So then Bacon would be the 4. Stew would be the 5. And then for my last spot, it would be between the other 7 and 7 teams, which would be O'Malley, Colin, and Blake. And if we're going by points for O'Malley has
14-point lead over Pebbles. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
but
never.
no, no, that's okay. No, O'Malley currently has about 1460. I'd be nice closest at 1414. So that's like 46 points. I'd have to score more than O'Malley. Same with Blake. So in all likelihood, O'Malley's going to be our six.
Yeah. So you have Pebbles, Bacon, Stu, O'Malley taking the last four spots.
Correct.
Dope. And with my projections, we have Adam, Weaver, O'Malley with the 3 seed, Hebs with the 4 seed, Bacon, and then Blake taking that last spot. Crazy. How fun.
Oh, because you had
Good.
Stu losing to
It's
Brad. Oh, that's some
Brad. Yeah.
chaos. Wait, but then Blake, so Blake would have the points over Brad in your, because right now that would mean they have the same record. Brad has about 27 more points than Blake currently.
Oops. Yeah. Oh, wow. So in my model, Brad gets the last spot. Sorry, Brad. No disrespect. Yeah, that's fun. I did the math wrong.
One, two, three, four. So in both of our playoff brackets, Adam, Weaver, O'Malley, Pebbles, and Bacon make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And either Brad or Stu will get that last spot.
Yeah. So sounds like Blake really needs a blow up. Blake's team's going to go off to prove us both wrong.
I mean, dude, anything can happen, right?
Yeah.
Literally, it's fantasy football.
Yeah, totally. Ah, it's been so fun doing this with you. The boys, they're not going to listen to all this.
No, that's all right. Maybe we can do this again next week. When do you start work? The week after next week?
The 15th. Yeah.
15th. Oh, we got some time. Okay. Yeah, let's do one more pod next week.
One more pod.
Playoff
Maybe we can do,
preview.
maybe we can actually have a couple different eggnogs to try, and we'll do an
Oh, I
evening
like that.
pod instead of a morning pod.
I know it's like I was debating, do I want it to be fun? Nah, we gotta work later. I can't be doing
Yeah.
anything crazy.
Yeah. Got to be productive.
Very
All right, man.
good.
Big hugs.
Good
I'm
luck to
happy.
everybody, except for everybody I need to lose, which is most of you guys.
And have fun this week, everybody. I know that me and Adam will. Huzzah. All right. That's it. Good night.